Yo, welcome back to the channel, everyone. As you guys can see here, I'm not in my car. I'm actually behind the setup. I was going to record this video outside, but it's literally so hot here in Illinois that my Sony camera actually overheated due to the heat. So I figured it'd probably be a better and an easier way to record this video just at the setup. So that's why. Now, I have good news as well as bad news to share with you guys. The bad news really isn't bad news. It's honestly more of like a delay type of bad news, but the good news kind of does outweigh the bad. Now let's go ahead and talk about the bad news. You guys saw, if you guys didn't, check out my previous video. I recently blew the trans on my 350 plus wheel horsepower turbo FRS. Now, the good news is I had a spare transmission. I was preparing for this to happen. I knew it was going to happen immediately. A lot of you guys knew it was going to happen immediately. It's just something that was going to go wrong, pushing more wheel horsepower and a little bit more torque than what the stock drivetrain can handle. So I was prepared for that. Now, what I actually did not know happened to the car, this is part of the bad news, is I actually completely burned up and warped my ACT heavy duty street clutch, and that's exactly why I was also having problems going into reverse, first, second, third. The car was just not fun to drive at all. Honestly, I didn't like to take it any further than around the block because it just wasn't fun. The car would have to be started in whatever gear you wanted to get the car moving in. So let's say I needed to reverse out of a parking lot or something like that. I would literally have to turn off the car, put the car in reverse, hold in the clutch, then turn the car back on, and then roll the car. Kind of like bump starting the car in reverse. Obviously, that's not really practical. It's not ordeal. You can't really drive the car on the street like that because if you have to reverse, at a split second, I couldn't do that. So the car was pretty much undrivable, and that's why. So I I literally had to go ahead and replace the clutch, which I already did. The clutch is actually already in the car. I went ahead and I put in a South Bend Stage 3 clutch with a regular flywheel, and I also went ahead and put in the Verus Forge clutch fork, which should definitely hold up a lot more torque for the car. Now, the South Bend Stage 3 clutch is rated for about 400 torque, and obviously I went ahead and I'm running the regular flywheel. Now, previously I had a lightweight flywheel, which would drop and raise the RPMs a little bit quicker, making the car a little bit, I'd say, not really difficult to drive, but it was more, I don't really know how to explain it. It was more, not really, I'd say more rev happy. Now with this regular flywheel, I think it actually might work better, especially down the line when I do go ahead and run a bigger turbo kit with a built motor. I'll technically be in boost a little bit longer, and the car will be in boost more often because the RPMs aren't dropping as much, and just overall daily driving experience should be increased with that stock flywheel, or the stock-ish flywheel. Now, my guy, Tony Mona, took care of the car as far as dropping the trans, installing the clutch, because I don't have a trans lift, so it would have been, honestly, it wasn't really worth me doing it. So took it to Tony. He took care of that. He said that the car drives way, way better than it did with the ACT clutch, even before it was burned out. And I actually went ahead and sat in the car. I didn't turn it on because I'm going to get into that later in the video. The car, as far as the clutch feel and the engagement, I can just kind of gauge it from just feeling the clutch. It feels a lot easier. The clutch feels almost like stock, and I think I'm going to enjoy this a lot more. And the added benefit, this clutch actually holds more torque. So after the proper break-in procedure, I think we should be good to go to push a little bit more power and hopefully hold up a little bit more power. Now, here's kind of the bad news about all of this. You guys also probably know, if you guys don't, I was trying to upgrade my intercooler as well as my oil cooler. I went and purchased a JDL 700 horsepower rated Garrett core intercooler, the oversized intercooler that literally fills out the entire front grille. And I also ordered a JDL oil cooler. both of those I actually have already. They're actually at the shop right now. They're going to be put on the car. But the problem with this was JDL actually messed up with the shipping. It came in like 3 days later than it was supposed to. So they actually overnighted it to me, which they have fantastic customer service. So thank you, JDL, for that. It overnighted to me, but because of that situation, how everything just kind of took a couple extra days, a 1 to 2 day job turned into pretty much a week job. I'm not going to be able to get the car back in driving until the 15th, 14th, if we're lucky, of this month. So car is not going to be driven for the next couple of days. As you guys also know, if you guys are unaware, because of this massive intercooler core, it's going to be pushing more air into the intake. So obviously I'm going to have to get a new tune because it's way more air than that standard Greddy front mount intercooler. So I'm going to have to get a base map for the intercooler as well. And that's also part of the reason why I'm not starting the car. Even though it technically isn't on the car, I have another reason. I actually went ahead and put on a P-Tuning Flex Fuel kit on the car as well, just so the car runs a little bit better, and I can obviously push more boost and run Ignite, as well as E85, the real race gas, to kind of bump up that horsepower, and I'll be good to go just in case, if I'm taking the car somewhere and E85 is not testing well, or if I don't want to run E85 for whatever reason, I want to run 93, I can go ahead and put 93 in the car. So I had the Flex Fuel kit installed, which I have to run a base map, which I already have for that. So once I do go pick up the car, I'm going to flash it with that base map, and then I'm going to have to drive the car very, very lightly home, obviously send in the data log, and then get the tune for the 700 horsepower intercooler, and then begin the 500 plus mile break-in period for the transmission as well as the clutch. And that's kind of the bad news. I'm going to have to go ahead and break in the transmission and the clutch for 500 miles. And it just kind of sucks that, I got all these go fast parts to turn up the boost and to push, probably horsepower numbers I have no business pushing on stock block. I'm just going to be honest. But, hey, fuck it. I got all these go fast parts, and I'm going to have to do an entire clutch break-in, transmission break-in, in the middle of it. So it's going to probably set back the next tune for the high boost setting. Probably, I'd say, honestly, considering how much I drive, maybe a month. It's going to take me quite a bit of time to pick up 500 miles on that car. I'm not going to be able to drive the car over 4,800 RPM. I know that for a fact. So it's going to literally just be a boring 500 miles break-in of me just driving the car around, can't go into boost, won't hear nothing, you won't hear the blow-off valve or nothing like that. It's just going to be just boring. And I know it's going to take so much of me, so much strength to not put that car into boost. It's just one of those things where it sucks, but at the same time, it does it because I fixed everything, got everything lined up, got everything sorted, quickly, and did not wait to kind of replace parts. So, I mean, things like this take time. Race car parts take time. Race car parts, race car builds take time. So I kind of want to let you guys know on everything that's going on with the car and why, if you don't see any race content regarding the FRS or me doing hard pulls or the normal content that I like to upload on the channel, that's why, because I'm literally breaking in the car. And obviously, I'm still going to be doing car videos on the FRS, still gonna be doing videos, uploading the tuning and whatnot, because I gotta go ahead and do all that, so I might as well bring you guys with. And I also have some more good news, actually some very good news, something that I've been looking for quite a bit of time that I found. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you guys know the deal. I'm not gonna reveal it in this video, but I'm gonna have some fun. I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna have some fun. I'm really excited. I'm not gonna reveal it right now, but if you guys follow me on Instagram, you guys know. You guys know. Again, that is taking me a lot of time to not jump in too quick, but hey, it is what it is. Hope you guys do enjoy it. Like I said, I want to make this update video for you guys. I'm not the setup, or I'm not buying the car. I'm at the setup. And yeah, it's kind of just weird making these videos because I'm used to making gaming and POV videos, not stuff like this. But I feel like sometimes you kind of have to get behind the setup and just talk about, you know, what's going on with the build and whatnot. So hope you guys did enjoy. If you guys did, make sure you guys drop a like in the video, subscribe to the channel, and also turn those post notifications. I'll catch you guys in the next video. And man, I can't wait to upload the next video, man. You guys I think you guys will enjoy it. Some of you guys might not like it, but this was something personal to me because I like this type of stuff. So I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one. Deuces.